Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Anime One back with a new video, and today I'm here with a new series of What If Naruto Was Neglected and Had Wood Style. So if you guys like the content in the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and while you're at it, also like this video. So without any delay, let's begin the video. Look, Mom, Dad, I did it! A 11-year-old girl said to her parents. She had long red hair but in a ponytail, her fair blue skin and blue eyes. She contained two whisker marks on each of her cheeks that established that she was a Jinchuriki, a human sacrificed to a tail beast. She had on a sleeveless kunoichi kimono style blouse that was red in color and held a closed green obi over the short sleeve mesh shirt that she was wearing. And she looked an awful lot like her mother. Her name was Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, or just Uzumaki for short, the eldest of the three triplets. Not before I did it. See, guys, I'm a natural at this shit, a boy said. He had black spiky hair with red tips. He also had two whisker marks on each of his side of his cheeks. He had a light blue shirt with long blue sleeves that strapped over down to, and he looked almost identical to his father, right? And this was Menma Uzumaki Namikaze, the youngest. That's right, you did it. Way to go, Nar-chan, Menma-kun said, a woman, yet slender but a very feminine build, fair skin and violet eyes, and the common Uzumaki red hair. It reached to her ankles, with the shoulder-length strands framed both of her side of her face. This was Kushina Uzumaki, clan head of the Uzumaki clan. My children are strong. I can't believe that you progressed this far in the training. I might even teach you the Rasengan if you keep this up, her elder man said. He had a long yellow spiky hair and blue eyes. He also had a jaw length bangs framing either side of his face. He was none other than the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze. At the moment, the family was training together in the family's ridiculously large training field, unknowingly being watched by someone in the house. But by one of the bedroom windows stood a boy with yellow blonde spiky hair and blue eyes from his father. While inheriting the shape of his mother's eyes and face, he had, instead of two like his twin siblings, he had three whisker marks on each of his cheeks. He wore an reddish-orange t-shirt with the black shorts and red sandals. His name was Naruto Uzumaki, the eldest of the twins. Naruto wasn't really thought of as a child of the two greatest shinobis in the Konoha at the moment. In fact, he was really thought of in general. For 6 years, Naruto was always alone, never really existing in the village, while his parents, shinobi civilians, doted over the two siblings, claiming them to be his hero while he was a nobody. At first, he was indifferent to it, but he had better things to do than to be bothered by the villagers, and sooner or later he hated it. He hated them. His parents started to ignore him, claiming that Naruto and Menma needed more training and attention due to them having the QB, or say his name, Kurama's chakra, while he just had the soul. Well, he would get into the story of how that happened, but basically the same in every other story. The triplets are born of the masked man threatens the family of Konoha. Minato fights the masked dudes. Kurama somehow appears and attacks the village. Minato and Kushina fight over the sanity of the children because in order to save Konoha, the new Jinchuriki must be made. But Minato had won that fight. He uses the Reaper Detsu on the infant and divide the chakra, splits it into yin, yang, and places it into his children. Menma gets the yang, Naruto gets the yin, and Naruto gets, well, pretty much shit. If you guys are wondering who's did the sealing jutsu, it's the third Hokage, right? After that, the 6 years have easily, except for Naruto, he had easily passed for Naruto, right? He had a challenge every single day by his family that he would be getting along and going unfolding things together without him, which put him in a depressed and hateful mood. He hated them. His siblings were no better either. Naruto wouldn't even speak to him, finding her training more important, while Menma would gloat to him, stating that his parents never loved him. He was adopted. Sometimes he really thought whether if that was true or not. During these 3 years, though, Minato and Kushina heard his stupid godfather Jiraiya, that was there with a prophecy that said that was said by the toads. He didn't really care but as he was listening, he all he knew that the foolish people were supposed to be calling family believed it wholeheartedly and believed that Naruto and Menma are the destined childs from the prophecy. Since then, Minato, Kushina, Jiraiya, and Tsunade, who also was the godparent, ignored him, and even Kakashi would stop to train the two, while Naruto got no training at all. When he did ask if they could train him, Minato always shooed him away, telling him that he'd train him later after the academy started. When started, Naruto would push the issue if it hadn't been for his mother, who ordered him to stop pestering them and go into his room. That pissed him off to no end, as he still complied with an order, not even wanting to stay around for the normal abuse that he would get from Menma. That was when it happened, that fateful day, a day that changed everything. Flashback. Naruto was busy watching his family train with the twins in a heated mood. After all he wanted was to train with them. Was that so hard? Hell, he didn't even ask to watch it. He didn't ask if them to even watch him. They could just give him a shadow clone and he'd be fine. But no, Naruto, your siblings take the priority. Let's wait until the academy is open and they'll teach you the same things that we're teaching them. A bunch of bullshit. He said it as he watched them. He got so frustrated that he attacked his mattress hard, punching it fiercely. Why must I always be the one to go through this shit? Why must I always have to be the unseen and unheard of? They have everything that I always wanted, he said with an anger, tears leaving his eyes. Jeez, kid. Why are you... stop your whining and shut up already, will ya? A voice said in Naruto's head. Huh? Who the hell is that? Naruto shouted. Oh my god, I knew I should have stayed quiet. Nah, I've gotta talk to this bozo. In here, kid, hold on. You might want to lay down on your bed. At least you want to cross on the floor. It instructed. Naruto was so confused, but he did as he was told and by the voice. Whenever it came from, wasn't very hostile, so he wasn't in any immediate danger from what he felt. Soon as he did though, his world went blank. Once he opened his eyes again, he found himself in a sewer-like place. Where am I? Just follow my voice, kid. You'll find out soon enough, it said. Naruto did as he was told again, walked down the shady hallway and soon turned into the corner to see a large cage. In the cage though was a giant furry reddish orange, a fox glaring down at him with glowing red slitted eyes. Hey, you found me quite easily. Guess you're not so stupid, it said. You're the nine-tailed fox that my father fought and killed you. Kid, you and I both know that's false. You always knew. You think I'm a fool. I see what you see, I hear what you hear. I know exactly what you think. You knew what was in from you right over from the beginning, or were listening to your parents' conversation. You knew I was inside of you and your siblings, which was why you didn't give any reaction when they told you prior to the training. You're smart, Naruto. Smarter than you let on. Okay, so the night when you attacked, what was that? I was being controlled. You think I'd be willing to break out of your mother's seal? That's exactly what I think. It's exactly what everyone thinks. Right. Me too. I worded it wrong. I mean to say that was completely out of context. With me being inside the seal at the time, I started out with Mito Uzumaki, the princess of the Uzumaki clan, your great grandmother. She was very strict on bringing it when it came to me. Kushina, just as the same when it came to her, just watch over me. But you appear to be different, the Kiwi said. Well, I should have no fear of you. You're a being with no chakra since, well, the fourth Hokage split your chakra into two. I also know that even though you who look like you are all talk and game, you have no desire to hurt me. As an almighty being, your desire in whatever you do or in appearance go by. You're probably, rather than friends in the field or eat bunnies or something. Again, very smart. Yes, you see, I never wanted to kill anyone, but that masked ninja your parents told you about was there and he used a genjutsu on me. I believe he was Madara Uchiha. Nah, no way. You're just a demon of freaking demon meds. Madara Uchiha has been dead for years. It isn't possible. Alright, you believe that, but when the psycho comes back and finish what he started. Anyway, I am talking to you now because I have a deal. I wanna run by you. Naruto raised his eyebrow in confusion. Well, what deal? You wanna be trained, right? You wanna show your family that you moved in your life without them. Then just sign this. The fox said as red chakra began to swarm around the ground and show up in a large scroll right before Naruto. I was accumulating that last bit of my chakra, but I couldn't turn a blind eye towards you, kid. You interest me, Naruto. That's not my name, not anymore. Ever since those bastards decided to leave me behind and throw me to the bad bullshit called loneliness, I've never considered them family. He said to the fox before looking at the scroll. What is it? Oh, that. My dear boy, it's a summoning contract. The contract of the Fox clan. If I may, I want you to summon them. I was the leader of the clan before, well, Mito Uzumaki and her trifling husband happened. I'm sure Lana-chan will take over since then. Who the hell is Luna? My wife, kid. My leaving must have torn her. Anyway, you will sign the scroll with your blood and leave your fingerprints with the substance. Then you'll be able to do the summoning jutsu. I'll show you the hand seals for now. But before that, sign. Okay. He said as he bit his thumb and began to proceed on signing the contract. Once he was done, he dipped his fingers into the blood and put his finger on it. Now what? Now you go to an open field to summon. Leave your house for crying out loud. Don't tell anyone where you're going or what you have done or what you're doing. Naruto nodded. But okay, but how do I get out of here? Easy, like this. As soon as he said that, the QB flicked his finger in Naruto's forehead, sending him back into the consciousness. He moved from bed to bed and looked outside. He saw his family still training. Aha. How long has it been since I went under? Only about 5-10 minutes at most. Mindscape works like a different plane in the real world. The QB said, Oh, wow. Okay. So, to the field, right? Yes, and quit talking out loud. I can hear your thoughts, remember? The fox said. Naruto nodded before running out of the room like in a hurry. He made it downstairs to see his family just walking in. Naruto, where are you going? It's getting late. Minato said. Yeah, idiot. Where are you going? Menma said, while Naruto was chuckling. Naruto's anger was rising as he looked at their happy little faces when they stared at him. He like he hasn't been neglected by them all of his life. Kid, calm down. Repeat after me. I have to go to return a couple of library books as today's as the deadline. I have to go now, otherwise I have to pay the fine. Kushina sighed. Why did she have a son who was, well, a procrastinator? Alright, Naruto, just go. She waved her hand before turning to her daughter. Naruto nodded, his eyes glared at her. He didn't even waste another breath on them and took off. He ran into a scheduled spot where no one ever checks there, the Hokage Monument. Okay, I'm here. Now what? You need to do these hand signs while using chakra. Boar, dog, monkey, ram. You must do this also. You use a bit of blood on your fingers. The QB said as Naruto nodded, bit his fingers, and began to go through the hand sign. And he slammed his hand on the ground. Summoning jutsu! He yelled as a large smoke cloud appeared in front of his face. As soon as it came, it disappeared for Naruto to see a small small two-tailed fox, red color. God damn, why it was so that's so hard to say. Did you summon me? It asked. Yep, my name is Naruto. Okay, just call me Naruto. He said as he looked at his summon. Hey, yeah, my name is Kirosuchi, no Kitsune. Nice to meet you. He yelped as he jumped up and down. Why, well, aren't you hyper? Well, let's get along. I'm sure of it. He yelped. This is awesome. Out of everyone in the class, I get summoned. Man, this is crazy. I've never thought I would get summoned, especially since I was so ignored by everyone. Man, you're ignored too? Curiosity nodded his head. Well, yeah, not everyone, but Kachan, or my mom, has been taking good care of me and she loves me to death. At least I have her. What about you, Naruto? The blonde scratched the back of his ears, getting a purr from the little kid. That makes one of us, Kirisochi. Well, that makes one of us, he said as the small fox looked up at him in sadness. He could see the blonde in his eyes. It had so much sorrow. He didn't know how to cope up with it. He just wants to be seen as somebody, and he would kill for it. Kurisuchi then began to jump up and down with a tooty grin. Hey, want to see my mom? She's the leader of the clan, and she's totally say whoever gets to sign the contract, a scroll or whatever. Naruto nodded. Wait, I have to meet the boss? I thought you were the boss. No, as I said, I was the boss. Not currently, but I'm not one currently. It's my wife who's currently the boss. Pay attention a bit more, kid. Well, yeah, the QB said. Naruto was about to retort, but he felt his hand being bitten by Kirosuchi. Bit it by summoning. It looks like he was summoning himself. Once he reappeared, he noticed he was in an open field. There was a pond of sorts, with many hills and flowers. Huh? Well, this is exactly what I would expect. Nuh-uh. Look, Kirosuchi said as he pulled Naruto onto the field. It's only sunk for them in. Huh? What he saw wasn't what he was prepared for. Inside the hills was a fox paradise. So much foxes with such a big forest. Welcome to the forest of the foxes. This is where my clan, the clan of fox, reside in. I'm here, and there are over 300 foxes here. But also, the fun part is, we all also have a house called Okanami Wolves here too. We are distant cousins, so that's somehow we know of each other. Us Kitsuns are more prankster and devious and tenacious, while the wolves are more of a territorial, not good with sharing with new people. But seriously, but we have a serious sear of a quality that's more important and gets us to work together. We both pack values, Kirosuchi said with a bubbly attitude. As Naruto smiled, his first smile in a long time as he greeted all the kids and pups that were around and the ones that stood out. It was all gray pup and that stood out as Curiosity tackled him. Ha! Akadia, Kinji-kun, you're so slow. Shut up, Akane-chan. I was too busy. Yeah, that reminds me. Where the hell have you been? You just disappeared from the haunting lesson and your mom is gonna kill you. I was summoned by a new summoner. Little fox yelled in excitement as he jumped around. Akane turned to see the human next to Kirisuchi. Oh yeah, you are here. Kirisuchi, where did you get a human? As I said, I was summoned by him, and I need to bring him to my mother to see, so she can approve of him. Being allowed to summon, our contract. He summoned you? I don't think he did, to be honest. He's so small. Naruto frowned. You know I'm standing right here, right? He said in annoyance. Indeed you are. A strong feminine voice said, right behind him. Naruto looked up to see a white fox looking at him. Naruto with the judging eyes. The kitsune and the wolves in the area all bowed to her in our presence. Even her own son bowed before her. Mom! Curiosity yelled in happiness to see his mother. Ah, Kenji-chan, you scared me to death. Don't ever disappear on me like that. Okay, sorry, Mom, but guess what? I was summoned today, right here. His name is Naruto. Luna turned to the blonde boy. He was kneeling down before her. She began to walk around him as if analyzing him. She stopped before him and sniffed him to only gasp in shock and hope. Come with me, young Naruto. I'll take you to my den. You don't have to You don't have to, Fox-sama. It wasn't up for a debate. More of your tale now. Luna ordered in an alpha voice which compelled Naruto to follow her. They reached the den, which, well, was a large hole in the hill. Naruto sighed as he stood up before Luna. Is he, Kurama-kun in there inside of you? She asked in a raspy breath. Kurama? Oh, you mean Kyubi? Yeah, I have the soul of Kurama while my own siblings have the chakra. My Hokage, or the Hokage of the village, divided his chakra and split it up. So I guess that's why Kurama-kun let you have the contract. That fool. Well, Naruto, you don't even know that you've already passed my test. Not only because of that Kurama, but because I hit you with my alpha voice. Although you wavered, you stood strong. I admire that. Even though, we kitsunes value order as a pact and a mate, we love to see fearless kids like you, she said as she gave him a foxy grin. So I passed? Naruto asked. Yep, you passed. Alright. Can I train with you? Can you teach me awesome jutsus and stuff? Well, yes, of course. It's mandatory to teach our summoners or our way of the shinobi. We have styles in taijutsu, ninjutsu, and many others. But a buttload of genjutsu as well. We know only a bit of fuinjutsu, so if you wish to learn that, we won't able to help you much. We also have kenjutsu styles. Well, we also make it a habit to teach you some sage mode while you're training here. It will be my task to make sure that you're trained to the bone. Are you here with me? Naruto-an, he licked his face in a motherly tone to her. Yes, ma'am, he said. Why are you crying, Naruto? Luna asked worriedly. Naruto frowned as he took his hand and wiped his eyes. He didn't even realize that he was crying. Hey, Naruto, Kirisuchi said as he moved over to see someone crying. To be honest, he never really cried like this. Yes, angry crying, but he did. But this was a bit of a sad, lonely cry. I'm sorry, it's dust. He didn't get to finish the sentence as Naruto was starting to bawl. Mom, Naruto said that he's always been lonely. Is from where he's from. So that's why you're crying, little one? She said as she looked at him with her nose and nuzzed Naruto out of her hand to his face, so he could look at her with his red puffy eyes. I'm sorry, it's just I have a family back at home, and they never notice me. They always ignore me in the favor of my two siblings. In fact, my whole village loves them. Well, I'm being kicked in the dust to be rot and be left alone. I can't remember a time when I even celebrated with them. Not even my birthday, which is right because, Well, we were all born in the same day, and yet I'm the one who gets always gets forgotten. It isn't fair. Naruto began sobbing in his hands again. He felt a hole in his heart that just ached with pain. He wanted to be loved like they were. Hell, even one day, he would even ask he would never ask for anything again, just to be treated like a son one day. Was that too much? Luna whimpered as she nursed his face. Naruto, even though you just had to come into our lives today, you're already a good kid, with a great heart and a soul. Most importantly, you're family to us now. Even though you've been here for just an hour, you have brought peace in my heart to know that Kurama and my little buddy over here are in good hands. Kurasuchi. Wow, what about the little guy? Naruto asked, scratching the little fox behind his ear, only to receive the greatest purr of his life. He he is your own little familiar. He is your partner in battle, and you two will be training together to get a feel of each other comfortably. Naruto-chan, this is your new family, she said as he licked his face, and Naruto smiled as tears left his eyes, but these were now of joy. This is my family. I'm no longer Naruto's Maki Namikaze. No, he's dead. I am now Naruto Kitsune. I'll be the greatest shinobi in the lands. Naruto thought in his heart. So yeah, I'm pretty much gonna leave this video off and this part. Hopefully you guys did like this part, but again, my grammar of this part was really bad. I'm really sorry for that. If you guys want me to do a redo of this one, just comment down below. I'll just redo the part one in a better language and whatnot. But anyways, if you guys do want part 2 of this video, get this video to 30 likes and I'll get the part 2 as quick as possible. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out, guys.